Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center where the Moose Jaw Warriors are celebrating their 7th straight win, knocking off the Regina Pats 6-3 here tonight in downtown Moose Jaw. I'm Marc Smith. Welcome into the IKS Media Warriors live post-game show. Plenty to go over here as we recap the night. A big victory for your Moose Jaw Warriors, and we'll start with the game scoring summary. We'll also hear from Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary. We'll have your 3 stars of the hockey game, the Connexus save of the night, and the out-of-town scoreboard. But as I mentioned, we start with the game scoring summary, and it was a milestone night for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Matthew Savoy, he gets a couple of goals, finishes with 3 points on the night, and that gives him 100 goals and 251 points in his WHL career, finishing it up with a nice assist on Lyndon Lakovich's goal in the third period to give him his 251st career point. But 2 goals getting him to 250 career points and 100 goals in his Western Hockey League career. The game started with the Pats scoring on their first shot of the night. Zachary Shantz getting his 7th of the season at 2:49, but Savoy answered back for Moose Jaw just 30 seconds later. His 26th of the year on the rush. Great shot walking into the circles. That's how the score would stay for much of the first period, but then late in the frame, Braden Sherman gets his 19th of the year at 14:20. That made it 2-1 for the Warriors, and then Denton Matejchuk's 16th of the year comes at 19:12, and that made it 3-1 for Moose Jaw after 20 minutes of play. Then early in the second period, Atlee Calvert on the power play gets his 44th of the year at 2:49. That made it 4-1 at that point. But Regina answers right back. Braxton Whitehead gets his 15th of the season at 4:42. Misplay behind the net for Jackson Unger. Braxton Whitehead jumps all over it and gets his 15th of the season. Matthew Savoy would answer back for the Warriors early in the third period, 3:02 into the third frame. Savoy gets his 27th of the year on the power play to make it a 5-2 game, and then Lyndon Lakovich finishes off the scoring for Moose Jaw, his 17th of the season at 11:54. A nice celebration I'm sure you'll see all over social media there for Lyndon Lakovich after that one. And then Zachary Shantz gets his 2nd of the night, 8th of the season at 16:05 to finish off the scoring and make it a 6-3 victory for the Moose Jaw Warriors here in this one tonight. Denton Matejchuk has a goal and 3 points in the hockey game. That moves him within 4 points of breaking the Warriors' all-time record for points by a defenseman. Denton Matejchuk closing in on that, now in 2nd all-time, moving past Scott Shenik here tonight and closing in on Nathan Page. So big night all around. Atlee Calvert also extending his point streak to 21 games in the victory here for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Shots on goal, Warriors put 50 on Ewan Hue, including 23 in the second. They outshoot the Regina Pats 50-28 in the game. Warriors power play goes 2 for 3 on the night, and the power play for Regina was 0 for 1 here in this hockey game. So the Warriors pick up the big 6-3 win over the Regina Pats here in this one. 7th straight win for the Moose Jaw Warriors and the 7th straight loss for the Regina Pats. Moose Jaw now 41-19-0-2 on the year, while Regina drops to 21-36-4-2 on the season. Let's take a look at your 3 stars of the hockey game. Your 3rd star, Atlee Calvert, with a goal and 3 points, extending his point streak to 21 games. He's got 44 goals and 90 points so far on the year. Those are all Warrior Moose Jaw born franchise records. He also has every career mark in that respect for a Moose Jaw born player for the Warriors, and he continues to add to those totals with a goal and 3 points here tonight. Denton Matejchuk also with a goal and 3 points. He is your 2nd star, as I mentioned, closing in on that Warriors franchise record for points by a defenseman. The way he's going, he could also he's 10 points away, I believe, from tying the single season record for points by a defenseman in Warriors franchise history. So Denton Matejchuk tracking down history right now. Matthew Savoy gets 2 goals and 3 points on the night. 100 goals and 250 points in his Western Hockey League career now for the Buffalo Sabres first-round pick. He is your first star of the hockey game here tonight. So Savoy first star, Matejchuk second star, and Atlee Calvert is your third star here in this one. Jackson Unger made 25 saves here in the hockey game. We'll get to the Connexus save of the night in just a little bit, but let's head down to the Warriors locker room where we are being joined by head coach Mark O'Leary. Coach, a big win in your guys' return to home ice. The team maybe didn't play a perfect game in this one, but were able to capitalize and get some momentum when they needed it and pull off the victory here in this one tonight.
Yeah, there's some things we can clean up for sure, and we'll go over that in the morning. But I think we did a lot of real good things here tonight. Their goaltender made all kinds of 10-bell saves tonight, and I thought we left a lot on the board. And what I really liked, I thought our shots are one thing, but a lot of them came from inside, and that was a challenge for our group tonight is to get inside. Regina does a good job of that, but overall, I thought we were the better team, and it was a pretty good game.
A lot of chances off the rush for your team, and a lot of chances, as you mentioned, breaking them down in the offensive zone and really able to get those second, third opportunities in front of the net. Is that something you want to build off coming out of this one?
Yeah, I think if you go back to any game all season long where we're at our best and when we're winning hockey games, we have two guys around the puck before they do. I think when we're slow with our second quick, we're one and done, and we're not generating those second looks. But tonight, I thought we had some ozone time, and I liked our willingness to shoot pucks. We're still leaving maybe a few opportunities there to shoot pucks, but I thought for the most part it was there, and it starts with having two around the puck in a hurry.
Matthew Savoy gets a couple of goals and 3 points on the night. Now 100 goals and 250 points in his Western Hockey League career. He's seemed since that U.S. road trip, while you guys were on that trip, he seems to have found that other gear and really looks like the Matthew Savoy that gave the Warriors so much trouble over the past couple of years.
Yeah, I think since the day he got here, I think he's as advertised. Like you mentioned, we've watched it from the other side the last couple of years, but. The goals are one thing and the assists are the other, but it's the work that he does, in between, the work to get pucks back and to check low in our zone. He's a competitive kid, and he's a pro through and through, and we're lucky to have him.
A big win here tonight, but obviously a tough test coming up tomorrow with Lethbridge coming into town. How much do you guys are focused on trying to get some revenge for that loss in Lethbridge a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, the same things we talked about tonight, I think will be important again tomorrow. Talking about getting inside for second opportunities. Going back to Lethbridge, the last game, that was a game there where I thought we were still a little bit slow getting two guys around the puck. And, when you do that, they're able to get pucks and go back the other way. And, against a team like Lethbridge that checks so well, you need numbers around it. So that'll be one thing for sure that we'll need to be dialed in at tomorrow.
Well, congratulations on the win, and good luck tomorrow against the Lethbridge Hurricanes.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Mark O'Leary for joining us here on the post-game show. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back with the Connexus save of the night and the out-of-town scoreboard to wrap things up. That's next on IKS Media Warriors Live.
Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more and more and more and more. Hit the road, Sask, and always come back to see more. And more and more and more and more and more. And more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Yeah!
Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we're going through the Warriors' 6-3 win over the Regina Pats here tonight. 7th straight victory for the Moose Jaw Warriors as they continue to hold down second place in the Eastern Conference behind the Saskatoon Blades. Saskatoon winning in Medicine Hat, or winning over Medicine Hat to stay 9 points ahead of Moose Jaw in that race for top spot in the Eastern Conference and top spot in the East Division. Two big games between those two teams coming up next weekend in a home-and-home between the Warriors and the Blades. But let's take a look here tonight. Jackson Unger made 25 saves in the victory for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Here was his biggest save of the night. Pat's coming in off the rush, going cross crease. Jackson Unger slides across and makes it look pretty easy there, stopping that one for his save of the night. Read that play perfectly, did Jackson, and got across the crease very quickly to make that stop, and that is your Connexus save of the night. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard here for Sask Lotteries to wrap up the night. As I mentioned, the Saskatoon Blades winning 3-1 over the Medicine Hat Tigers to stay 9 points ahead of the Moose Jaw Warriors. Blades score 1 goal in each period and pick up that win over Medicine Hat. In Prince Albert, the Edmonton Oil Kings score a big win as they now move ahead of the Regina Pats in the standings. They move into 10th slot with that overtime win in Prince Albert, 3-2 over the Raiders. The Red Deer Rebels are out in front 4-1 on the Calgary Hitmen after 2 periods of play, and the Brandon Wheat Kings have a 3-0 lead on the Lethbridge Hurricanes also after 40 minutes there in Lethbridge. Other games getting underway in the Western Conference, a 1-0 Prince George over Vancouver. That game late in the first period. Kelowna is out in front 3-0 on the Kamloops Blazers. That game also late first period. Spokane has a 2-1 lead over the Seattle Thunderbirds in the opening frame there in Seattle. Wenatchee leading 1-0 over Tri-City late in the first period. And the Victoria Royals, with a goal from Ben Reich, have a 1-0 lead on Everett after 20 minutes of play there in Everett. Big night here for the Moose Jaw Warriors as they skate to the 6-3 win over the Regina Pats. The NHL scores also here to wrap up the out-of-town scoreboard. The Arizona Coyotes are leading 4-0 on Detroit to that game in the second intermission. 1-1 game between Minnesota and Colorado in the second intermission. Dallas has a 2-0 lead on the Ducks. That game late in the first period, and scoreless between the Seattle Thunderbirds and the Winnipeg Jets in the first period there in Winnipeg. Big win here for the Warriors tonight, and also a big 50-50 jackpot here in downtown Moose Jaw. The total prize was $65,160, so half of that going to the winner. The winning number, if you were buying around the province, it was GJ3624180. And you can find that winning number at mjwarriors.ca and collect your winnings. That's a big jackpot here in downtown Moose Jaw tonight on that 50-50, and a big win for the Moose Jaw Warriors. Their 7th straight, knocking off the Regina Pats 6-3. Moose Jaw will be back in action here in downtown Moose Jaw tomorrow night to host the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and then next weekend a big home-and-home set with the Saskatoon Blades. But Lethbridge Hurricanes on tap tomorrow for the Moose Jaw Warriors. We'll have all your action here in downtown Moose Jaw. Thank you for tuning in tonight on IKS Media Warriors Live.